Hey everyone, Burleman Gaming here with Patrick from. I'm going to apologize because I know I'm going to butcher the studio's name. Dot Lab.
It's Socrates. Socrates Lab.
Socrates. Okay, thank you. I knew I was going to butcher it.
No worries. All good. All good.
So we're here to just do a quick kind of like interview and talk about Ruffy and the Riverside. Um, Behind us, we've got some gameplay running from. It's actually running off the Steam Deck, and I must say this game runs great on the Steam Deck. I've tried both the demo and I'm working on my review for the full version, and no issues. It's been running great.
That's really good to hear because we have been optimizing so much for Switch, and that's why it runs so good on the Steam Deck.
Yeah, I was gonna say you guys have this coming on everything, so I can imagine how much just having to go between, okay, this console's got this specs, this console's got that specs, and optimizing for every platform. How how uh how much time and effort that's gonna take.
Yeah, Switch was the hardest, obviously. I mean,
Does
this is just a better iPhone with a controller, so this was really hard.
that mean you're gonna port it to the iPhone and Android later on?
No, that's enough. It should be really enough to have it on all consoles and the Steam Deck. So that's far more than I expected when we started. I thought we were just only doing a little game for the PC. That was the plan. And we're gonna translate it only into English and German, of course, as we are Germans, maybe Japanese. So that's how we started.
Right on. So I know we were talking a little bit before we started recording. You answered my question on this, but how long have you guys been working on this?
7 years. It's been 7 years. But we never intended to do it for 7 years, but the whole game is hand drawn. And this takes time. Like Ruffy has over 600 drawings for everything he does. He's been drawn from all sides. And yeah, the world expanded and expanded. We got more ideas, and that's why we couldn't stop for such a long time.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say you can definitely tell there's been a lot of effort and a lot of love and care put into this. Like
Yeah.
just as we're seeing here, just going into the wall like this and just going strictly like 2D like this, just it's a nice to see. It's like, hey, it doesn't. We're not only just catering to doing 3D stuff. We're doing 2D, just all the animations and just. I can tell with all the hand drawing on all this, just Ruffy, all the other stuff. It's
You
got to
know what we
take
had?
a while.
We had our quality control was the sticker test. I said, can this be a sticker that you would put on your fridge? Does it look good
Oh,
enough to be put on your fridge? Just this one, like this texture of the stone, the texture of the wooden block, the tree, Ruffy himself, everything. Is it good enough to be a sticker?
right on. That's a cool way to think about it.
You see, our background was we are all artists, and so we love drawing, and therefore we really wanted to be every detail just like a little piece of art. And you should, when you play, you can stay and just look around, and it shall look like a beautiful fridge with all the stickers on it.
Right on. Yeah, you definitely get the vibe when you sit and play it. Um, so how many of you is there at Socrates Lab?
So basically, we are five, but we do have a lot of interns, and this is very lucky because we have a university here in Nuremberg, the Art Academy and the Design University, and from both we have had a lot of interns, like 3 at a time, maybe 4, up to 5, and at some point we even had 6 or 7 people just doing drawings, like that for an internship they had a very simple task like only do Ruffy when he's cheering or only do Ruffy when he's drowning or something like that. And that's how we got it. Yeah, like such a variety of animations.
Right on. Now, I gotta say, I love the whole copy swap paste mechanic. This is so unique, and it's like we're in the year 2025, and it kind of is like, how come no one has ever thought of this before?
Yeah, I really ask myself, why didn't anybody do a game on copy and paste so far?
Yeah, like, and when you see like what when you start for those when you start either whether you're playing the demo or when you play the full release when it comes out, just to see what you can and can't, all the different things you can do, and it does give a lot of making you want to try different things. You're like, okay, what if I put this here? What if I change this here? What if this and that? It just adds so much to the variety with the gameplay that it's just like I constantly when I was in earlier parts of the full game just trying out things and I'm like, hey, I know what happens if I try this here or that there. I gotta know, I gotta see.
Yeah, that's the charm about it. That first it is only in your head as an idea, and then you throw it onto the world very easily, and then the world is changing. So this is the kind of magic. Hey, but hey, give me a second and I close the door because it's very noisy outside.
Okay, problem.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you guys have not only with the copy and paste here, you got like variety of gameplay. Like here we've got here riding on the hay bale and doing kind of like a Tony Hawk's kind of thing of try and get as many points as you can, and then X amount of time, which is just it's great to see that you've got a lot of variety of the gameplay. So there's a lot of different things that can be done.
Yeah, that was part of the design challenge because it is not a sandbox game. You cannot just do everything. And so we had to come up with a huge variety to make the swap really feel like it's useful all the time. That was the main thing to achieve. It shall feel useful all the time. And even though it's no sandbox, you can still use it all the time.
Right on. Yeah. Uh, what games inspired you guys to make Ruffy in the Riverside?
Absolutely, the Nintendo 64. PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, Nintendo 64. You see, I'm a really great fan of the Nintendo 64. I'm even building big cartridges and repainting the covers from Zelda or Crash Bandicoot, or not Crash Bandicoot, but Donkey Kong, Banjo and Kazooie.
Right
Let me
on.
show you something. Let me show you
Yeah,
something.
love to see this.
You see, this is not finished now. I'm just working on it, but this is going to be the golden cartridge, and this
Oh,
is made
cool.
from paper and
And
with golden fabric over it. And as a really, you can tell we are big Nintendo 64 fans.
I was gonna say on playing this, you definitely get Banjo Kazooie vibes,
Yeah.
and the PS1 N64 era of the collectath collectathon exploring around and trying to collect the different objects.
Yeah, collectathon. I mean, when we started, it wasn't even a collectathon, but as I said, we had so many ideas, and then we it just got a collectathon over time. So we had the butterflies, we had the dreamstones, you have the toy, the little creature. So we didn't even intend to do a collectathon, but now it is one.
Right on. It sounds like you guys it's just kind of been like, okay, as ideas come, just sitting in and just kind of trying it out and seeing if it works or not.
Yeah, absolutely. This is our first game. So we had no experience whatsoever. The only thing we were good at was drawing, and so we started with the hand drawings. And you know what? We just started with drawings because we were so bad at 3D animation. And then I said, "Hey, come on, let's just draw him." And it looked so good that we stick to it. Afterwards, it turned out it's a huge effort to draw it all, but we sticked with it. We kept it going. And yeah, ideas came in and in and in, and that's how the game evolved.
Right on. And like as we can see here, you've not only do you have your main missions, you have your side quests. So there is plenty and plenty to do in here. You're willing to sit and explore and do check around the world.
Yeah, I think it's very important that you can have a break from the main story. And then you can just go exploring, focus on something else, level up your capes, collect some
Yeah.
coins, make you run longer or better auto heal and stuff like that, or collect some butterflies, or just go around and talk to characters. So you can always have a break. And one of the latest features was that you have exit doors. When you are in
Mhm.
an extern region, there is always an exit door that you can go mid-level. Mid-level, you can go back
Mhm.
to the hub world just in
Yeah.
case you need a break, and then you can enter it again using the exit door.
Yeah, which is nice because like I'm sure we've all had those moments of playing, those classic games on the N64, PS1 era stuff where you get stuck in an area and you're just like, and then you just like, you know what, I want to get out of here. Let's go do something side, clear my mind, and then come back to it.
Yeah, or in the worst case, you will never pick it up again. And so it's really important that it shall never feel like work. And
Yeah.
that's why we avoided repetition. Like every mission is really different from the other, and there's no repetition because this is so annoying. And we did not try to enlarge our playing time. We just wanted to have new experiences and no repetition, no grinding.
I appreciate that because that's something with some modern games and stuff is you find they're stretching out and a lot of repetition of missions and levels where it's like, hey, this is the same thing, and it's just to so that they can get on the back of the box or on their advertisement saying, yeah, 50 hours of gameplay for the story, and it's like
Yeah.
you could cut a lot of this and it would feel so much better.
Yeah, this is just crap. I mean, so we really avoided that.
I'm glad to hear on that. Now you've got this coming Switch 1. I'm assuming there's going to be a Switch 2 version coming for Ruffy.
Yeah. Right now, you can play the Ruffy game on both Switches, but of course, later we will make a dedicated Switch 2 version that really makes use of all the Switch 2 power. But I already tested it on Switch 2, and it runs very fast. So the compatibility mode is really working very well.
Glad to hear on that. Like I just recently got my Switch 2 and I've been trying back some of my older Switch 1 libraries, and you feel it with that boost when you come from the original Switch and go to the Switch 2, and it's like on some of these games it's night and day where on Switch 1 when you were getting like 20 frames a second, and now you can get sometimes a good stable 60 on the Switch 2.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, same here. Same here.
Righty. Uh anything you would like to let people know about the game?
Yeah, there's a couple of things, but I mean, most importantly, I hope people will enjoy it. People will enjoy to change the world and see what is hidden behind every texture, what you can do. Take the time to talk to the characters because I think what they say is very funny.
Oh
Like
yeah.
the whole world is in danger, everything is destroyed, and they still complain about like the stuff from the normal life, complaining about really unimportant stuff, and this is somehow funny. So we really tried to make it funny in the storyline, and there's a lot of dialogue in the game. I calculated the words, and it was 60,000 words, and that's half of The Hobbit. You know, from Tolkien, The Hobbit.
Yeah.
It's such a book, and half of it is Ruffy in the Riverside in terms of how much text it is.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, and I was gonna say I do get that with the dialogue because I have been talking with characters that just the back and forth they'll go. It is just it is too good. Some of them.
That's good to hear. Hey, and maybe one trick. I haven't seen it that somebody uses it so far in gameplay videos. And when you come across a treasure chest, those
Mhm.
are made of can be made of wood or can be made of iron. And if you transform a wooden treasure chest to iron, then it gives you twice the coins. So
Ah, I didn't even think about that.
yeah, yeah.
Thank you for that tip. I will definitely later on today when I'm playing more more of the game, I will definitely be doing that.
Yeah, well, so one of our recent patches was that you get more coins, like for collecting butterflies, you get extra coins, and for collecting dreamstones and stuff. And so it's way easier now to level up your cape. So you still need to look around where is money, but you will never have to farm for coins. But during gameplay, now it's a much better match. And so you will be able to go to the little casino in town and level up your stuff.
Nice. Uh, we've got the game coming out on June 26th. It's coming to PS4, PC, PS5, Xbox, Switch 1, Switch 2.
And Steam Deck, obviously.
Steam Deck, as I've tested, and this gameplay here is runs off the Steam Deck. In the full game, I can tell you all, it runs great on the Steam Deck. I highly recommend everyone check this out if you're a fan of these 3D old school N64 PS1 era games. Highly recommend, and I will be having a review out for it once I've finished and the embargo lifts. And I have to thank you, Patrick, for uh, coming here and doing this, and thank you for also allowing me to get a review code.
Hey, absolutely. So it's up to me to thank you because you are supporting us, and this is so important, especially for an indie company. Um, Today's media landscape has changed. This is not
Yeah.
about the big outlets. This is about the crowd because you can believe streamers like you, and this is so valuable for us. So thank you very much for supporting us.
Okay. Alrighty, I think that's enough today. Thank you all so much. Hope you all have enjoyed the video. See y'all next time. Bye.
Bye.